Hey guys, I just finished watching In the Heart of the Sea in theaters, and wow, what a movie this was! It was pretty interesting. I mean, there was some things that were pretty cool. It was cool seeing the whale and stuff, but a lot of the CGI in this movie just sucked. It sucked way bad, way major. Like it sucked bad. Like the sea looked so fake all the time. The whale looked pretty real. I mean, because they needed to make it look so big versus everything, and have all the scars. So the whale looked pretty real because it had so much battle damage on it, and it looked so good. It looked okay. But the sky in the background, none of it like the sea just looked too fake. Now I know that I think it's done by this movie has stars Chris Hemsworth and Tom Holland, and is directed by I can think of his name, but I can't think of him. But you know, it's definitely interesting. I did hear that the director did come over his fear of the water or stuff like that, but. Wow, I mean, I was hoping that this would be like visually impressive, but he'd be like, oh my god, it'd be like another, like the sea would look so epic, like in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they've all been so awesome, the sea just looks menacing and stuff like that, and I thought that this would be like that, but it wasn't. It was not. I mean, the acting was great in it, at the scenes when later on when they're like the scenes where you see Chris Hemsworth on when he gets super skinny because he was on that like 500 calories a day diet, and they all look like where they were. All the actors look like they really got skinny. Even Tom Holland, no, not as much as Chris Hemsworth. I mean, you rarely see him as skinny as you see him in his Instagram photo, but because he's wearing clothes most of the time and wearing his rags and stuff. But it definitely is pretty interesting to see them. All the acting was on par. And when I first started seeing Tom Holland, and I realized, oh my God, he's the guy telling the story, who's going through and stuff. That was pretty awesome, and I loved the way. And I first saw how I was just like, yes, I mean, this is going to be a great Spider-Man. He is going to be amazing as Spider-Man, and that is what I was going to see. I was only going to see it there, and the theater this was like the fourth showing in here in where I am, and there was like a second day of opening, and there was no one there to see the theater. The theater was almost empty. I think there was like maybe less than 10 people there, which is pretty surprising for this movie. It was 4 p.m. for on a Friday, so maybe that was too early. Maybe the 7 p.m. later showings will be more packed and stuff. But wow, there was no one seeing this movie. It was. It was fun. It was a good movie, but the CGI was just terrible, and that's why I would not watch it again. If someone else, if it was on, I'd watch it, but I wouldn't. Like, it's not a must see because it visually is amazing. And that's all it would need. It is if the CGI was better, it would be a better movie, but it's not. So it's just crap. So the CGI is crap. The acting's great, but the CGI doesn't make up for their acting. Can't. It's hard to do that when it's not. The CGI is not awesome. I don't believe they're at sea and stuff. But which is why I'm interested in seeing the. There's a Disney movie where they're coming out with they're in the heart of the sea or something like that. Not in the heart of the sea, but like they're in the water and stuff. And we saw the trailer beforehand, which actually look a little bit more believable than this one. So hopefully we get to see that. We'll see how Disney pulls it off, because this one was not done well. I hate the CGI. It was terrible CGI. So let me know what you think, guys, if you've seen the movie, and if you plan on seeing it. No, not needed unless you want to see how Tom Holland acts. Then I could recommend waiting for it to be on Netflix or something like that. But by then, Civil War should be out by the time it's on Netflix. So yeah. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.